Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Witcher 3. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 35. A lot of different vignettes today as we got sidetracked by various side quests, including this one, where we were supposed to find a book in this bookstore earlier, but we had forgot to look for it. Turns out it's on the shelf.
My manifesto. Must be it. There's a letter inside.
The letter says, in the ocean of possibilities, some events are more likely and some less. It is not easy to fish out at first, not even when one's intellect stretches through all of time and space. I left this letter for you in the hopes of all odds you will become across it one day, for I must warn you, mankind is threatened. The prophesied destruction of the White Frost is not just the babbling of some mad she-elf. Perhaps I will have the opportunity to convince you of this in person. If not, I must rely on this letter, which you will read many years from now at a time when you know more than you did when we first met. Know that nothing will save the world except preparing its entire population for this catastrophe. The old tales say a child of elder blood can stave off the danger, but I tried and failed. Ever since I have been haunted by a hideous vision, a crowned wraith, the specter of my failure. I was the chosen one, and the chosen one failed. You and your brotherhood are our only hope. So a message from an old friend quest gets completed. We had meant to find that book earlier, and I'd walked right in here, and I'd forgotten what I was doing, which is typical of anybody that has an ADHD brain. And there's only a bazillion things to do in this game.
Orders to take you in for interrogation. Surrender your weapons.
Earlier, we had put these guys in their place.
Over my dead body.
Told you we wouldn't fool him. Well, you're due a beating. It will just be more of a challenge.
Remember the preacher who spoke of witches and witchers? A man you humiliated before his faithful. He asked that we administer a sacrament on his behalf. Your last rites.
So I thought it was interesting because I had wondered if there might be retaliation from making that man look bad. And sure enough, there was. These guys, kind of tough with their little blackjacks here. Well, not so tough though when you're dead. Oh, on fire. Gotta like that.
Hey, pretty boy. What do I gotta do?
So,
to get a
the church
lovely
is always doing
banner
its
like yours?
churchy things. Now they gotta send thugs after you.
The eternal fire protects us. Sure comes
But
in handy.
we were actually on our way out of town to go talk to some supervisor about some particular quest, and we ran into our old friend.
So?
What do you think? We did what we had to do. Time to pay up.
Wait here, I'll go see the supervisor, get your reward.
Do that ourselves. No reason you should abandon your post.
Can't argue with reason. Go on in.
Lambert able to fool him.
We dealt with the monster at the docks. Here for our reward.
Witches? Since when do you travel in pairs?
A lot of dangers lie in wait for a lone witcher. Bandits, for example.
I advise you to change your tone.
Where's Yad Karadin? Talk.
Who?
Trust me, Geralt, this is important. There's something I gotta know.
I do not know any Karadin. Take your coin for the before and bugger off, before I lose my temper.
Where's Yad Karadin? Asking you for the last time.
Guards! To the dungeon with them!
They're witchers. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Leaving these three goons, Geralt.
Pathetic.
This becomes one of those side quest things that I would have just not worried about showing, except for the way it ends.
This guy's more trouble than the Ekimara.
Karadin's disappeared, I swear. The others too. I only know of Vienne.
What about Vienne?
She drinks at the Seven Cats. There day and night.
See? You can be helpful.
That was murder. Was that really necessary?
Yes. More guardsmen will show soon. Let's go. Meet me at the Seven Cats. Tell you everything there.
The Tavern Vienne frequents?
Yeah, see you later.
So Lambert's got something going on. But this is what's neat. This rune-write thing shows up here. Vast seas, I have come to reach you for this fascinating land to learn the names of the animals, blah, 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 blah. At any rate, the rune-write is part of something that comes from a DLC, and that kind of triggers your quest to go seek it out, though it's higher level.
Alright, high time you explain some things. Why'd you kill Lund? What's this all about?
Want the short version or the long one?
I'd prefer something concise.
I had a friend, Aiden, a witcher from the School of the Cat. Some time ago, Aiden took on a contract to lift a curse off a duke's daughter. It was a political mess from the start. Then there was hatred for the School of the Cat to deal with.
They worked hard to deserve that hate. Basically turned hired assassins.
Aiden wasn't like that. Anyway, some of the Duke's courtiers had designs. Weren't at all keen on the curse being lifted from the Duke's firstborn. So a band of trained assassins ambushed Aiden. Murdered him. Our dear supervisor was one of them.
And Yad Karadin?
The assassin's leader. And the one to deal the mortal blow.
What do you intend to do?
I intend to get even with the bastards who did it. Karadin most of all. We have to talk to Vienne. Must have had enough to drink by now. Let's go.
Someone ganging up and killing a witcher is definitely gonna deserve some pain.
Vienne.
What do you want?
We want to see Yad Karadin.
Now, why would I help you?
It's really important to my friend here.
And what will I get out of it?
Pay for your beer, for starters. Then we'll see how valuable your information is.
I was part of Karadin's band, but when was that? I don't know where to find him. I've fallen out with the lot. Besides, he's no longer chummy with his old mates. Word around town is he's changed.
Karadin's changed? What do you mean?
He's dropped all his old connections. Stopped taking on petty killings. He's hidden himself away in some hole. Must be planning something big.
Who else was in Karadin's band?
Aside from me, Sleaze, Hammond and Lund, but they've scattered all over the world. Sleaze went to Tretogor, Hammond to Skellige, and Lund...
Lund's dead.
Finally met his match. Well, you've only Hammond or Sleaze to talk to then.
This Celise. Where can we find her?
She's done well for herself. Runs a brothel in Tretogor, the kind rich men frequent. Whores suck information out of them. Then she sells it.
Name of this brothel?
The Black Lily. Sleaze always did have horrible taste.
We need information about Hammond.
Karadin's right-hand man once. When the band broke up, he went back to Pharaoh whence he had come. He's a pirate now. Even the Jarls treat him with respect.
What about you? What's your story?
Scoia'tael. Unit was decimated, so I joined Karadin. They never treated me as an equal. No. I could hit a sparrow from 100 paces, but I was never good enough for Caradin. He always preferred that cunt Celise.
You have a hand in the murder of the Witcher, Aiden?
Perhaps. I don't remember.
Satisfied?
She doesn't know anything. We need to talk to Hammond and Celise.
Don't go looking for Caradin. If he senses you nipping at his heels, he'll kill you without batting an eye.
We'll see. As for you...
Do whatever you think's right, Lambert. Not here to preach morals.
Do what you think is right. Only one thing worse than cold-blooded murder. Hypocrisy. Informers, racists, snitches.
Vienne, bloody hell, what is it?
They've come for me, Baron. I told you someone would, sooner or later.
Nessater.
Shit.
Had enough?
Too late to surrender. Damn it.
You gotta help me, Geralt. Best thing will be to split up. You sail to Skellige, try to squeeze something out of Hammond. I'll go to Tretogor and meet with Celise.
Where'll we meet once I'm back?
At the Nowhere Inn.
All right, I'm off. Good luck.
And that's why I included that in this episode, because we're obviously going to have to go to Skellige for that. We have to go to Skellige for a lot of other things as well. And then we had a quest pop up that we needed to go visit the haunted house again. And you might recall this from one of the prior episodes. This was the haunted house that had a godling in it. Some realtor was having a problem. And of course, it was because there was a godling and she was messing up our friend's dreams.
Can't have one without the other.
Then I don't want them.
But it turns out they actually met.
Witcher? Kareen, look who's come.
Live here together now? Didn't know.
Once you told me Sarah had been responsible for my nightmares, I decided to see if the devil's as scary as they paint him. Or her. I came in to find not a fiend, but our little Sarah. And I can't say why, but we took a liking to one another immediately.
Long ago, to isolate themselves from a world of beasts, humans began building cities. But since beasts prowl within stone walls as well as they do outside them, this did not allay human fears. The truth is, walls guarantee no one's safety. The place where you lock yourself in and lock all else out, that's not your home. Your home is sometimes a place you travel long and far to find.
So that's a nice conclusion to the haunted house quest. Seeing those two become friends. One more person to watch over our little godling and try to keep her safe. And of course, Destination Skellige. That's, a main quest. We got to go to Skellige. And I'm of the mind to just wrap up as many things as I possibly can here on the mainland before we head there. And one of those things was this troll that we had run into in an earlier episode. I had not actually, I don't think I had put this in an earlier episode, but I was cruising around out here and ran into this troll, and he wanted us to go find some paint. He's a singing troll.
Cavalry from Nim. Private Snake, report on order.
Just so happens I have some paint on me.
Oh! 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 Uh-oh. Ooh.
What's the matter?
Has paint, but how? Dunno.
Might be a problem.
Man's how no. I order. Man's nose.
I guess I do. Depends what.
Birdo cutlery. Redania birdo. Shields like.
Guess I can give it a shot. Got a brush?
Beautiful. Pretty birdo.
Think so? As long as you're happy with it.
Man's good. Not like other mans they choose.
So that's the end of that guy's quest. I think if you feel like you need some components off of a troll, of course, he becomes an option. But he's such a nice rock troll. I don't necessarily want to dispatch him just for his goodies. Just for his mutagen. What I really wanted to do, and that was kind of the whole point of what this episode started out to be, was to go find some upgrades. I want to get all the cat school upgrades. And in this case, I was doing something else and found these neckers, and they were very, very aggressive at the opening of this cave, and that's when I realized there was actually something else here. So I switched over the quest journal and noticed that there was a big, of course, orange area on the map showing that there's a quest here. And that's when I also decided to check my inventory to start getting potions ready and noticed that, oh my gosh, I'd forgotten. We gained a level, enough levels here to be able to finally wear the cat school gear that we had put together earlier. So, of course, it's very nice stuff. Until you can get to the DLC and get the Manticore armor, this is going to be the best thing for anybody that wants to play a light build that builds critical hits and makes use of potions, which is my favorite way to play the game. And I think it's probably the suggested way to play it on Death March 2, making heavy use of your Quinn shield as well. So there is a troll down here, or at least I think it's a troll. Looks like a troll. Go in there, and there's some other things in there. Yeah, what is he? He's a rabid rock troll? Fun. He's only level 16. There's neckers over there, and I'm worried about getting swarmed. But it seems like they're staying to their own areas. Of course, when he starts to shield himself, then gotta watch out for that. Come here, buddy. Get out of there, Geralt. Oh, the crits. We like the crits. The crits are awesome. Got some adrenaline built, so now we're safe. If he decides to take a bite out of crime here. Rock trolls. And then we got the neckers. Are these guys natural enemies? Those guys seem to be kind of afraid of wandering in here because of him.
Show me what we got.
Neckers. Bouncy little guys. Down they go. Green mutagens, always good. You love getting those. Of course, the rare ones seem to be the red ones. And our rock troll, which did not drop his precious mutagen, which is too bad. But the thing is, somewhere in here, we've got this big yellow-orange hot spot up there on the mini-map, so it's in here somewhere. Emerald dust. Gamson, but that's not what we're looking for. And neither is any of that stuff. Nice stuff to sell, but there's got to be somewhere else around here that has the thing we're looking for. And that little cavernous mouth there with the stalactites and stalagmites. That looks like it would be the place to go check out. White paint. Pigeon droppings. That's what I always think when I see that. Where did all those pigeons come from to make all those pigeon droppings? But there it is. Diagram for the feline silver sword. That and the crossbow count as pieces for the purposes of getting to the 6 pieces you need to equip to unlock the second special part of the armor. You can unlock the first piece with 3 pieces worn. And so you get the rest of it by equipping the sword and the crossbow. And of course, the really nice thing about this game, unlike Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, when you put on Nighthawk in that one, you can do a couple of different things here to very quickly get rid of that. You can either use a potion that will dispel it, or you can just meditate, which makes it really nice. And then as far as the build goes, you can see we're doing standard potion stuff. Refreshment, of course, very nice, because I didn't understand this for a long time, but there's a difference between a potion and a decoction. And potions here, then you can imbibe them and they'll end up at maxed out at level 3. They'll return 30% of your vitality. They work really good for healing. So what happens is you can just down a potion for stamina regeneration, for instance, and it works like a heal. It's a really nice thing to have. And of course, tissue transmutation going to give you more hit points. Good stuff. And our lesser red mutagens for right now don't have enough to form a bigger one. They are the hard ones to come by, no question. But that's a short episode, and it's just a lot of vignettes. We'll get back to the main story on the next episode. For now, we're going to leave it here. Folks, thanks for watching. You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Leave your questions and comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.